Welcome back. We're here with Dr. Irwin Goldstein to talk about a big decision the FDA will be making this month about a little pill, a pink pill, and they're calling it the pink Viagra, right, Dr. Goldstein?
That is true. Thank you for doing this, Taylor. Always appreciate it.
Oh, well, we appreciate you coming here to talk about sexual health and sexual relations on prime time. I think it's very important, right?
I'm honored. Sexual medicine is the official kind of medicine, like other forms of medicine, but it deals with those who have sexual problems. So,
well, you know what? And it does affect so many people worldwide, and that in itself affects healthy marriages, relationships. It's such an essential part, a foundation of any good relationship, I think.
Yes, so absolutely. Yeah. There are women. The number one sexual problem of women is to not be interested in sexual activity. They have their kids and they're busy and they have their jobs, they're tired, and maybe someone could relate to this. I don't know.
No.
But no, okay, that's good.
I'm sorry.
But it's a very important problem. It's 1 in 10 American women have distressing low sexual interest. And it's sort of sad that the Food and Drug Administration has more than 20 medications approved by the agency to treat men who have sexual issues, but not a single product for women.
And why is that? Is it, because obviously we need men to be able to perform, right?
Correct.
So maybe, and it's a
I don't know that it's at that sophisticated
I
level.
would go into detail, but you guys know what I'm talking about. But
I think the Food and Drug Administration has been very interested in safety and trying to better convey the message of efficacy. How do you gauge that this medication does what it claims to do? So anyways, this pill has been around almost 10 years. 11,000 women have been tested with this medication. Not a single death or serious side effect with this medication, so it's very exciting. In September 30th, which is approximately 20 days, the FDA will, God bless America, hopefully approve. The name of the drug is called ADDY, A-D-D-Y-I. ADDY, like the short name for Addison. We like to think of it as ADD, add-D, add desire. That's another way to think of it.
That.
So the product is novel, a mechanism of action is not hormonal, and it's very robust in its ability to help women have more interest.
And by helping them have more interest, it increases libido, desire. Does it increase blood flow down into that area, the important
it's not
area?
Really, actually, it works on the brain. That's its novel mechanism. It's not like Viagra, which acts to increase blood flow.
Yeah.
This changes a chemical imbalance. We have
so it's going to make them feel better overall, I would imagine.
They will feel better overall. There are, beyond desire, there are domains that we have recorded in sexuality that also improve, like orgasm intensity increases, arousal increases, overall satisfaction increases in the sexual act. So it's very exciting. It's taken once a day at night. The side effects are minor. There's sleepiness, some drowsiness, dizziness, and some nausea, but very minor stuff. Most people who took it did
Excuse me, that doesn't sound minor. You said nausea, dizzy, sleepy. Those are all the things that kind of could ruin the mood, Dr. Goldstein?
That's true. The pill is taken at night, and it's taken every day, and a blood level is reached. And during the day, you're not dizzy or nausea.
Okay, so those feelings, those symptoms, are they rare?
They're extremely rare and extremely minor.
And you're going to be sleeping through it anyhow?
Well, you take it at night, the pill, so you take it just before. So it's not like you take it, like Viagra, you take just before the sex act. This you take on a regular basis, and then you're
sort of
prepared.
Like the birth control or something.
Sort of like a birth control pill in that context. Yeah, maybe they'll have good meaning together to provide, safe sex without the worry. The women that I see in the office who have this problem really want to connect to their partner and really want to have sex. It's very frustrating that they once had this desire as a teenager or college kid and then lose it as they go on in their lives with life's actions. So we look forward to the FDA doing a fabulous job of accepting this. It'll be available by Valentine's Day, hopefully, in the pharmacy if it actually gets approved.
So it's prescribed by doctors.
Right.
Do you have to have sexual dysfunction to get this pill, or can women take it just to increase their sexual satisfaction. If it's good here, it's going to be really good here.
Well, bring up a very interesting point. Most doctors aren't aware of how to evaluate women with sexual health problems. It's not really a thing taught in the medical school system. So we're going to have to go out and train.
I find, I've been in women's groups, they don't talk about it. They talk about this. My husband wants sex all the time, and he wants sex too much. And I think to myself, that means you don't want it.
Right.
It's not be happy your husband still desires you. Why don't you want to reciprocate? What's going on here?
Yeah, I just had a woman in the office call. The husband was on the phone call, and she has no interest. She's essentially asexual. It's making her crazy.
Sad.
She takes birth control pills because she gets acne. If she stops the birth control pills, the acne comes back. She's taken testosterone as a way to increase desire. She got horrible, unacceptable acne. So I said, wow, we just have this drug coming out. It's perfect for you. And the husband was saying, when is it ready?
Yeah.
When is it ready?
He's going to put in her coffee every day.
I think it's a very exciting time. It's first of its kind. It's novel. So let's talk about how it works.
I was going to say, does it increase serotonin levels in your brain if you feel
I'm glad you said that. How do you know that?
Because I'm a smart girl.
Very good.
Are you just figuring that out?
Yeah, well, we have to know each other better. So actually, there's a condition called depression where actually the serotonin levels are low, and raising the serotonin levels with what we call SSRIs helps with the depression. And we have many other conditions like Tourette's disease. We have Parkinson's conditions. These are all where brain chemicals in the brain are out of balance. We now believe that that's what low sexual interest is. Those distressing women who want to be more engaged in sexuality and they're not, it's because there's an imbalance in their brain, much like a depression imbalance. So this is a chemical drug that doesn't act on hormones, but it refreshes 3 chemicals. Actually, it's very interesting.
So you have serotonin, what else?
So it changes serotonin levels, it changes adrenaline levels, so it gives you a drive for sex, and it changes dopamine, which is a really important agent.
Yeah.
So it's really a 3-for-1 fabulous drug.
It almost sounds like an antidepressant.
Well, serendipity is how these drugs get developed. The drug started as an antidepressant, and it didn't do anything for depression. But because it was studied for depression, you had to study sexual side effects because depression drugs cause sexual dysfunction. So in monitoring the sexuality of the people taking this so-called antidepressant drug, they improved their sexual function. And they said, whoa, we have to change the way this drug is going to be developed. So that's what happened.
So it's exciting, will make marriages healthier.
This will be a very big drug that will affect many people's lives, in particular the couple, where this is a big problem.
So for the viewers out there, the husbands are going, whoa, I don't want my wife to take that because she might wonder. She might be so revved up, she goes outside the marriage. What do you say to that?
So that's not true. That doesn't happen. So we've studied that. That's nymphomania. This drug has nothing to do with nymphomania. It takes women with low interest and improves their interest. It doesn't take women with normal interest and raise them to unwanted want. These are people really distressed and at the brinks of a relationship change because they have no interest. The sexual response is being done to please the partner. It's just sort of not really engaged, and it's distressing at both levels. And it's a huge problem. It's the #1 problem for women.
I know. I've read the research on that. Let me ask you this. You would think if it increases dopamine, serotonin, and the other chemical, you would think there would be maybe a weight loss effect as well.
There's no noticeable change either way in weight. I imagine if you're less sad.
If you're an emotional eater, you would think you would stop
You would
that.
Definitely improve that. That would be a secondary benefit. So the FDA...
If you're having more sex, you're burning more
you're burning
calories.
too. There you go. But the point is, this is heralding a new era at the FDA. Our field of sexual medicine is now going to engage women. And that means doctors out there in the community, your primary care doctor, your family medicine, even your gynecologist, will now have to deal with Mrs. Jones coming to them with sexual problems that they've never had to deal with. It'll be very interesting how that changed. I remember when Viagra came out, the same situation came for men asking for sexual health physician advice where the physician needed to be trained. So we're going to do a lot of doctor training now.
Would this pill work on men in raising the same chemicals?
So when this pill was way back when, in its trying to be a drug and seeing if it was an antidepressant drug, was given to men, and it in fact increased their sexual function also. But the chemical was evaluated for women, premenopausal women. The average age in the study was 36 years of age, and is indicated for women who are premenopausal.
And what happens if you're postmenopausal?
So we have data in postmenopausal women. The FDA asked for those data, but it won't be indicated for them. We'll have to do either more studies to get it indicated for women. They would have to be used off-label if it was going to be used currently for women in the postmenopause era.
Yeah, because you would think those women would need help as well.
There's no question.
Yeah,
but
and you're the doctor.
The FDA
you
is
make
the
sure
FDA.
Everybody's their sexual health is optimal. So you were saying it increases orgasm intensity and whatnot. Duration?
Yes, so that's not on the label. The label is for women with low interest. But in the analysis of all the things that it did, it actually also increased orgasmic intensity and happiness and satisfaction and all that good stuff.
I love it. I love talking about these hard to talk about issues with you. Obviously, you and I have no problem doing that. We try to make it sensitive.
And that's fabulous. Thank you.
By
the way, we have new trials for women with low interest until maybe Addie comes out, probably by Valentine's Day. If they want to come, they can come to our clinic.
And we're going to, let's pull up your website so people can see where to go.
So we're 619-265-8865. We have a whole slug of trials. In particular, we have trials for women with low interest.
So call Dr. Goldstein.
Yes.
You're so awesome. I love this sex doctor. It's beautiful.